the problem with GC niggas. They think they're the shit when they're not. So, let me tell you, we have Clown A, who's TVH, he's quite a nice guy, but he wants to talk to me every hour of the day. Like, nigga, don't you have things to do, people to see, a life to live? I don't have time to be talking to somebody every hour of the day. I'm out here running game, nigga. What? And then we have Clown B, who's super hot, but of course has what? An ego the size of, I don't know, whatever you think is big. Literally, we didn't talk for 2 days, and he messages me, and he's like, I hope I didn't worry you. And I'm like, hope you didn't worry who, nigga? Like, what? Get over yourself, act accordingly. Yeah. Then we have Clown C, who I literally hooked up with once, dude, just once. Now he won't stop messaging me, telling me, I know there's more, I know you feel it, you're the one, I'm ready to settle down for you, can I take you out, can I do this, easy. I just don't understand these niggas, dog.
Give us Nati give us iwe give us Nati give us.
Looks like you made it to the second episode of Hippy TV. Since you have, it's story time. Now, let's start with a brief background of my story that's gonna take place today. So let's realize that I'm a Zambian man, and we are very traditional. This we don't do, this we don't do, but this is milk, so we have to do. We need bones and strength for what you people claim we have, which is. But anyway, with that aside, yeah, this story is actually quite funny because it happened when I was in secondary. When I was in secondary and I was still new to that stuff. You know, like when you've got that sort of ego, like what was mentioned from the Makeba song, you know, like that ego where you feel like you're the one and all that because you get complimented by a few girls that are handsome, that tell you that you're handsome and shit. I was humbled. So let me just tell you that in bots, we've got all types. In Mageba, as they've been mentioned with niggas, it's just a shame that niggas are the ones that were attacked. But then with girls, we've got the types too. We've got Clown A, who's TVH, a nice girl, but she wants you to be talking to her all the time. Like, she's got a life to live, she's got people to see, but she still wants to talk to you like all the time. Like, nigga, chill, tekanya mami. We don't do that here, just relax. We talk when it's convenient for us to talk. That's the issue with us. So, I met this girl, right? She's schooled at Marwapula. Now, Marwapula is not a school that you can play with when it comes to girls. These are girls with class. These girls were literally raised in money. There's no one who goes to that school that doesn't.
They don't ride combis.
I'm so sorry.
You can't take a map girl. Those are the girls. So my stupid ass at the time met someone from MAP, right? We'll call her Pamela, right? So Mambo meets Pamela, right, on Facebook, and you're impressing the girl. You're just there like, yeah, we're winning. The story just keeps on going on. Everything just keeps on flowing, and you're just like, this girl is gonna be mine. But with MAP girls, they fall into a category where they need to be taken care of. And when we talk about taken care of, it's what you see on Instagram with relationships is what happens for them, right? So Mango chases Pamela and she decides that he's that man, right? And I even posted to my friends, I'm just like, hey bro, I'm with Pamela. What does your chick school? And my ones are just like, dog, my chick school's at Marula, man. See? Hey bro, have you ever dated a MAP chick? Hey, those chicks have class. They've got class. Wow, just wow, top shelf shit, man. So One day Pamela hits me up, right? This is a point where I'm still like on the verge of getting Pamela. So we're talking and she now tells me, she's like, hey, can we like go on a date and all? So I am what they call Uncle Bob. Now here are the initials for Bob. Baller on a budget. Like I'm a baller, I'm full-time baller, but that's on a budget. We're given budgets, like if mom gives, we don't get these shitty amounts that you hear from your friends where they just like, hey dog, my mom only gave me a 500 to use last night. What, 500 last night? No, I was using 500 in 2 months, and that was for clothes. These guys are out here talking about 500 last night. That's not me. I'm the type where they give me a 150 in that month and they're just like, make it work, and you make it work, right? So I agreed to go on this date with Pamela, thinking that I'm gonna be the man, right? So in my head, this is how I've planned. I got 150 and an extra 50 pula from my dad that day. So I've got 150 and I've got 50 pula. That's 200 combined, right? So you've got 200 for the whole date. And I planned it simple because I'm a baller on a budget. I'm a man. We plan our shit, right? So we've got 200. I decided we'll go for a movie, right? So a movie at the time was 50. So I had to be the gentleman because, as I said, I'm a man. We were raised to pay the bills. We were like, nah, we don't do that 50-50 shit. And at the time, I used to feel myself quite a lot. Some of you will say I still do, which is a lie. But back then, I was like, I take over. This is my stuff. This is my category.
Don Dada.
Don Dada. I'm the Don Dada. Top shatter. Everything. So I put it as 50-50 for the movie, right? I pay for her movie and I pay for my movie, right? And since you can't just see a movie and go, I mean, imagine a movie is 1 hour, you meet the chick at like 2, then you say, hey, me, I'm going home, and that's like around 3 or 4 now. So I decided we'll go for pizza, right? And pizza was how much? 20. Because I'm a baller on a budget, we go for real deal. So she can have her own box, I have my own box, right? That's 140. So that leaves me with 60. 60, probably in a 30 we can get like drinks and chill, talk and all that. And the other 30 would be my transport back home. So I meet this girl, dressed up, looking fly as shit. And we go watch, that was the time for Mission Impossible. We watched Mission Impossible, right? So we watched Mission Impossible, it should have been 3. I think it's Mission Impossible 3. I think. So we go watch Mission Impossible 3, right? And I'm chilling now, like I'm the guy. When she comes through, she comes dressed and shit, she's got her purse and I'm just there like, yeah, you fancy it, and I'm equally good looking. So we're like having this thing, right? We're having this thing. So I take her hand, you know how the gentleman she hooks her hand here and you're just So we go for the movie. This movie is happening by Riverwalk. At the time, that was the spot, like people were there. So we go for the movie. Remember we had a 200, right? I did not budget money for snacks in the movie. I told myself like we wouldn't eat snacks, we wouldn't drink shit. So I go and withdraw the whole 200, right? Yeah, I go and withdraw the whole 200 and I pay for the movie. Then we're inside and I like hold her hand because that's like that shit, you know, like you're in the game once you hold her hand. So I hold her hand, right? And then she's like, hey babe, I'm kind of thirsty. And I'm just there like, what do you want? Like, what do you want? Like, you know, right now my wallet is just like slapping me like, nigga, tell her to buy her own shit. But I can do that because I'm a what? I'm a man, top shatter, don't die. So she's like, can you get me a drink? And I'm like, okay. So I go out of the cinema and I look at the drink prices and I'm just like 15. And I look at 15 like,
So as I was saying, 15 is what the drink costs, and I'm really trying to calculate it in my head, like what am I supposed to remove, like what's coming out. So I look at the wallet, I'm just like, okay, there's 100 in here, 30 is for transport, we've got 70, 40 is still for the pizza for both of us. So we've basically got a 30, which was for the drinks that was planned for the pizza. So I decided, you know what, let me just remove a 15 from my drink for the pizza. Yeah, so I removed a 15 and bought her drink, and I went back to her seat, gave her a drink. It was like some grape slushy, if I'm not mistaken. I gave her a grape slushy, and it was good. She was just like, thanks babe. She even gave me a peck on the cheek, and I'm just like, points. So yeah, so we finished the movie, and first things first, I'm just like, hey babe, let's go and get pizza, right? Because I planned that shit. And we go for the pizza. I take her to Debonair's, and I'm like, what do you want? She picks the flavor, then I pick my flavor. We pay for that real deal pizza. Everything's set. Then I'm like, do you want to drink with it? Then she's like, yes. Then the waiter also, I don't know, he didn't hear that. Then he was like, do you guys want a drink? Then I was like, yes. But then I remembered I didn't have any money for a drink for myself. So it was only her. So I was just like, babe, I don't know, but carbonated drinks and pizza don't go along, and the juices here are not my favorite, so you can have a drink. It's fine. I'll be good. Knowing damn well that I spent the money on the slushy that I got for her during the movie. So she gets like a Coke. That Coke was like probably 9. It was probably 9. So since she did not use the full 15, I'm just like, but I can have some water, because water was like $4. So I'm like, can I have that bottle of water? You know, sharp. So we eat the pizza. Everything's grand. Nandi. We're enjoying. Then the pizza finishes. Her drink finishes. The time is now 8 p.m. because we saw the movie at 5 p.m. by the way. So the time is now 8 p.m. and I'm like, probably 1 more hour, because that was the time curfew was like really, really serious. So I'm like, 1 hour. So I decided that we should just continue sitting at like Debonair's and all. Yeah, so I decided that we should continue sitting at Debonair's and all. And she's like, babe, my dad is only picking me up like around 9 or 10 because he's busy. So let's go and do something in the meantime. So in my head, I'm like, what's something? What's something? I don't have the money for something. Let's bring you back to the budget. 100 was gone for both of our movie tickets. 40 is now gone from both of our pizzas. A 30 is done for the drinks, and a 30 is left for my taxi, right? So there's no time for fun. There's nothing. There's no shit like, let's have fun in my head. So I'm like, what do you mean let's have fun? And she's like, I've always wanted to try the cocktails by this place. Okay. Which place? Which place, babe?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
You would not believe the place that she suggested we should go get cocktails at. Rodigios. And I'm like, bitch, in my head, can you spell Rodigios, please? Excuse me. These are places back in our time that we grew up thinking were for the rich, like the rich. Yay. If I spend there, I am on my father's card. Not even using cash. Niggas don't use cash there. Why would you pay cash at Rodigios? And she's out here suggesting Rodigios like it's a normal budget type of place. But I'm the man. And I agree stupidly knowing that I'm gonna use part of my transport money from it. I'm shy. I can't tell her that, yo, I don't got enough forever, and I do not want to make her pay because I took full responsibility of the date. So we go to Rhodesia's, and she asks for the cocktail menu, right? She gets the cocktail menu, and we're looking at the cocktail menu. She's looking at the drinks. I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I'm really good. She asks, why aren't you getting a cocktail? And I'm just there like...
I would, but the way my bank account is set up, the thing is, I got a checking in the savings, but all the money is in my savings. So I got to switch it to my checking, but it's going to take 3 business days. I don't think it's going to go through.
So I'm panicking as she's picking her cocktail shit because I'm like, I'm not going home, or I'm going to have to call my dad or something. So as she's picking her drink, I try and text my boys, like the 9 boys basically, who I'm sending texts to tell them that, yo, please, e-wallet. Send an e-wallet. Your boy is in danger. Send like 100 at least. Send 100 because, hey, this bill is about to be heavy. I don't know what I got myself into. It's about to be heavy as shit. So she picks her cocktail. Her cocktail costs like 50. It's already past my transport money, so I'm just like, I'm screwed. And she gets it. And I tell her, it's okay, like you can get it. Knowing damn well that I cannot pay for it. Babe, get it. You deserve it. You're a queen. See what I mean by being dizzy? Anyway, she gets the cocktail and we're chilling. And she did not know that I was going with a cab, by the way. Because she was saying that her dad would pick her up. So I'm like, my dad will pick me up at like 9 and all, right? Because I'm trying to balance the lifestyles, you know, here and there. What she does, I do. Yeah. So she has the cocktail. I'm panicking. I can't really pay for anything. Then my boy pulls through. He says, okay, I can send you an e-wallet. Just make sure you pay that shit back tomorrow because I have to use that money and all. And I'm like, sharp. So I'm like, babe, excuse me. I go to the FNB ATM. I withdraw that 100. I get it. And we pay for her cocktail. Had convo. She was just like happy, and I was happy that I was making her happy. But I was unhappy with the fact that I was spending over my budget as a baller with the budget that I had passed what I had planned. So I really just want to end this night now because financially I was embarrassed with the fact that I couldn't tell her. Not because I couldn't, but out of the choice that I could not tell her that, yo, I don't have money to pay for this shit. So the time is now like 9, and I'm like, it's time for me to head out. With the money that I had remaining, I was just like, cab. This is straight for a cab. I'm gonna get a cab. So I'm like, hey, my dad is here, so I gotta go. Knowing damn well that my dad is not there, it's just a matter of me walking to the parking lot to look for a cab driver so that I can leave this place as soon as possible. So she's like, let me just text my dad because I don't know, he's taking time. Can you wait until I get a reply from him? And I'm like, sure thing, no problem, right? So sure thing, no problem. She's texting her dad, and her dad is just like, ask whoever you're with to drop you by a place that he could like pick her up from, right? Which was definitely not my house. It was just like a near place to where he was. So she asked me if she can go with me, right? Like, assumed that her house is on the way to my house, which was definitely not, because I lived in block 8 and she lived in like block 5, and she wanted us to use like another route, and I was just like, no, fuck that, no. That was in my head at least. But you know how the boy had to sweet talk his, so he's just like, alright, let's go. Okay, let me just educate you a bit on this story at the point that we've reached. Now, she had a description that I was going with my dad, right? And clearly I was not going with my dad. I was going with a cab driver. So I'm now trying to go in the parking lot with her hand. I'm looking for a cab guy that has no cab symbol on top of his car, because we're going with my dad. My dad is not a cab driver. According to her, he's an accountant. Excuse me. He's an accountant that's doing the most. Driving a Fortuner. He's just pushing. So while looking, I'm just checking. I'm just like, jeez. Looking for a car. Then I finally find one. Right? So I tell her to stand by the door, like the back, those backseat doors, like just stand by there. And I told her, let me talk to my dad real quick, right? So I go by the window. By sorry guys, I'm dead. I go by the window, right? And I'm just like, Eta, I'm having a 50. And remember, a cab is like 30. So I'm having a 50, right? So with that 50, I'm trying to make the most out of it. I'm trying to make a plan in a sense that we can make 2 trips to her place where she's supposed to meet her dad, and for me to get home. So I look at the guy and I start speaking to him in Setswana. I'm just like, yo bro, I'm going to block 8, but you have to pass by Rainbow first, because that was the place that they agreed to meet at. So I'm like, we have to pass by Rainbow. Then he's like, sharp. Okay. I'm telling her that my dad said it's fine, so you can enter the car. So she enters the car and I enter the car. We both sit at the back seat. No one sat in the passenger seat because I just wanted to monitor what she was going to say, and I didn't want to be too quiet. So she has it in her head that we are with my dad, right? So she greets. This guy is skinny. The guy is skinny as hell. He's wearing a bucket hat. And she greets. She's just like, hello. And he goes like, hey, tada. So we go. We start taking her to her place, and I'm trying to have like convo with her. I'm trying to avoid her trying to talk to my dad at the moment. So he speaks in Setswana. He's like, Warela guy, meaning like, where are you going first? Then I'm like, babe, you said Rainbow, right? Then she's just like, yeah, Rainbow. So we go to Rainbow, and as we are talking, like, you know how taxi drivers have that, like, can I say walkie-talkies? Yeah, like, okay, we'll just say that for now. Like, the walkie-talkies in front, where they communicate with other taxi drivers on other spots they're supposed to pick other people up at, right? So one person starts calling and speaking in Setswana, like, yo, you have to pick this person by another place. They're going to Rainbow, around there. So he's like, I've got 2 people in the back, but he's saying this in Setswana. Mind you, I am a Zambian man, so the girl I'm with knows that my dad cannot speak Setswana, because he cannot. He's a Zambian man who didn't take the liberty of learning the language. So he's speaking, and then he's just like, is it okay if I can go get someone? who's also going to Rainbow. Then I'm like, sure thing, Dad. Then she keeps on asking. She's just like, why is your dad speaking in Setswana? I thought you said your dad knows Setswana like that. Then I was like, ish, babe. There are a lot of things I lied about. Yeah, I just don't want to be speaking Setswana a lot with you and all that. And he's not listening to that. So we pick up another lady that's there. We get the other lady that's like by, I think, G West. Yeah, we get the other lady by G West, and she's drunk as hell. Gets her in the car, and the girl I'm with is looking at me like, why does this man have another lady who's drunk as hell in the front seat? And I'm just there like, shh, just leave it, miss it, don't worry. It's gonna, don't worry. So we are now going to Rainbow, right? We picked up the lady. We're now going to Rainbow. And then we're there, and I'm trying to find ways to like just make the situation normal. At this point, she's also just confused and all, but then we're just talking. She's loving to know me as the time is moving. Then the man decides to put his radio on, and the first thing is some other Setswana song. How did it go? And I'm grooving with a chick that I told about my dad, who does not listen to any of this. He's just like an English on, and all he's speaking, he's singing these lyrics fluently. Everything is just flowing, it's just perfect, it's just, and you're shocked. You're just like, oh my gosh, my dad. So we reach Rainbow. Her dad is not yet there, and the guy is asking Kore, what's up? Then I'm like, call your dad. Then the dad pulls up. Just the moment she picks up her phone, he pulls up. So she's like, bye. Then she's looking in the front, trying to say bye to my dad. She's just like, thank you, Mr. Ndeke, for the ride. Then he's just like, Shantana, I'm sure. And I just lay my head back as she walks out, and I'm just like, I want to go home now. I want to go home now. Moral of the story: kids, don't live a life that you don't have when it comes to girls. Don't be over dizzy, in short. Isn't it, we don't believe in love, we believe in this dizziness. So don't be over dizzy, please. No matter how beautiful the girl is, don't be dizzy, because dizziness will finish you and your reputation. Honestly, I guess that's all I have to say for today. Sorry for not showing my face in the other half of the video. Yeah, this camera life is a bit too hectic, so I was only able to finish the first part, and I wasn't able to finish the second part because the camera died. So I had to improvise, and this was my way of improvising. Please like, share, subscribe, just do everything to get this video out to the rest of the world, to the rest of your friends, to the rest of your family, just everyone, because Hippy still got a lot of content that's waiting. It's waiting. It wants to be given to you guys, so let's just do the most. And for now, the upload days will be Friday nights. Yeah, it will be Friday nights until further notice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's deuces from me to you. Bye bye.
Oh, I'm